Today on the channel, AEW Series 4, Sammy Guevara. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, back again on the channel as we continue our unboxings of AEW Unrivaled Series 4 via Jazzwares. Today, we got Sammy Guevara. First time in the line, as most of these are, as we're early into the line, but really his first ever figure, outside of, I think, a micro brawler, if you count those as figures. That's for a discussion for another day. But his first true original elite style, Jazzwares Unrivaled style, whatever you want to call it, figure. So very cool. Got to be a cool moment for him as well. So what we're going to do, like we usually do, we're going to unbox this bad boy. But first we're going to take a look at the packaging, all that kind of fun stuff. And I should tell you guys, make sure you pick these bad boys up at Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code KYLE. Save yourself 10% as always on these Unrivaled figures. These should be out in the stores probably in the next month or so, but you can always get them early via Ringside Collectibles. So let's take a look at old Sammy in the packaging first. There it is, that cool classic, Jack's Classic Superstars inspired packaging. You guys know I love that, being an old school Jack's guy. You got Sammy in the plastic prison, you got signs behind him. We'll talk about that when we get those out. Extra set of sunglasses in there. Not an extra set, a set of sunglasses in there. You got the cool glamour shot down below that wraps around the packaging. Got the AEW Unrivaled logo down below as well. And the AEW top logo at the very top of the package. On the side, you got number 30, Series 4, in a little glamour shot, then the AEW logo. Same thing on this side with a little bit of wraparound to his full-on glamour shot picture. And the back, you got that cool Spanish Fly picture where he's looks like Cody Rhodes there. And you got an autograph, and then the rest of AEW Series 4 down below. This represents 10/2/2019 Dynamite in Washington, D.C. I would have liked to have seen, no different than any other of these figures, I'd like to see a little bit more discussion point. Hey, this is against his match with Cody Rhodes. It's cool it says when it's from, but say, this was the night Sammy took on Cody, and Cody won in a heartbreaking stoppage of 8 minutes or something like that. And I don't think this is right, but I remember Sammy in the old indie days when I saw him a few times, and maybe even from this show, was he wearing the panda gimmick, the like panda hat and stuff? Maybe he dropped that at the beginning. I felt like at the beginning of AEW he might have had that. I could be totally off on that, but that might have made a cool accessory in here, but I don't know. You guys tell me. Series 4 Unrivaled Collection. Watch All Elite AEW Wrestling Dynamite. Check your local network. So a lot of cool stuff on the back. I wish we had a little bit more discussion about the match. Did he win? Did he lose? I think that would be an easy blurb to add. So Jeremy and team, you can add that going forward. Besides that, not a lot else to say. Got warnings on the bottom. Nobody cares about that anyways. But let's unbox him. Let's unbox his first ever Deluxe Elite style figure. Let's go. All right. Got him kind of open. I still haven't figured out the magic to open these yet. We got the little door there. Very cool. But I'm not one to repack these, and I actually like this, because Mattel Elites, we see repacks and swaps all the time. I've never seen this with AEW, and I don't think we ever will, because the packaging is a little harder to open up, as we all know. Well, plastic prison, we got two. See you later. So we got two plastic prisons here. Let's talk about these first. There's his signs. As you guys know, a lot of times during commercial break, that he'll be holding signs, flipping through them as they go to commercial break. So he does do that. See you later. Now, here is where things get interesting. So this is obviously hot off the press. This is the first run of these figures. And sometimes there's mistakes. And it's very unfortunate. Sometimes it's rushing to production, not checking all your crossing your T's, dotting your I's, all that kind of stuff. And I think Jazzwares got caught in this, unfortunately. As he does come with signs. See that right there? It says, "Hit me up." And then this one says, "Hit me up." And then this one also says, "Hit me up." And guess what this one says? "Hit me up." And then this one, "Hit me up." So apparently, this will be a running change down the line where every single one of these will have a different saying on the sign. So you can choose your own adventure, like we like to say on the channel. You can change the signs out, do different things, whatever you want to do. Have him hold whatever sign. But right now you're stuck with "Hit me up" if you have an early run of this. It'll be interesting to know. I would kind of like to see Jazzwares do this, but I think it might drive people absolutely mad and insane. But what if it's just randomly? Hopefully it's not hit me up every single time, because then you would never know. Inside, do you have the new signs or is it the old signs? You wouldn't know. But what if it's all mixed and there's like 6 signs and they're all say something different? I could see some Sammy completists out there. I'm sure there's some fans out there that would want one with each sign showing. Easy for me to say, each sign showing. So we'll see how that goes. But that's just a note there. Very cool. I thought these were going to be very flimsy, like really cheap paper. It's actually pretty hard cardstock. Very similar to a business card, I guess is what you could... A glossy business card is what this reminds me of. So great quality on this. They did not skip out on money on this, so that is very cool. I like that a lot. Jazzwares team. Unfortunately, a mistake there. I don't know if it's a big enough mistake that's going to make me track down another one in the future just to have more signs. I don't foresee me going down that road, but... I don't know. I've always said I'm not going down a lot of roads, and I have. So, you know, there it is. So there he is in the plastic prison. But you know what they always say about roads? If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. There's a little pro tip for you. Plastic prison. Got a cool jacket on. We got glasses. Let's see what's going on here. Let's get these glasses out, hopefully without breaking them. Yeah, these are a little dangerously plastic, but just black glasses. We'll get to them. Pull him out of the old plastic prison. See you later. Alright, he's got the waist. He's got the plastic on the waist. A lot of these Jazzware figures do. I mean, they're trying to protect the paint and all that kind of stuff, but sometimes they look absolutely horrible mint on box, which I don't like. This one isn't as noticeable because it's around his waist, but I got that off. Alright, what do we got here? So this reminds me of a Mattel Elite jacket. You know, not soft goods, a durable plastic vinyl type thing. Very similar to Rich Swann or Finn Balor's jacket in the Elite line. I'm not a big fan of those. This one is a little bit more pliable, but really not enough to do anything. So I'm not the biggest fan of that, honestly, because your arms are stuck in the down position like this. You don't have a range of adjustments and all that kind of stuff you can do. We also notice he does not come with extra hands. It seems like all the money was probably spent on the signs, the jacket, and the glasses, and is what it is. But I know some people maybe would have liked to have had some different hands with Sammy. But, man, a heck of a head sculpt here. I know some people will probably have some grief with this one, with his tongue sticking out. This probably is a figure that warrants 2 extra heads, a resting regular head, and then maybe this goofier tongue-out head. But you guys like a lot of these figures. We know we're going to get more Sammys in the future. There's no doubt in my mind, as long as he's with the company, we're going to get more of them. So we'll get the regular heads eventually. But I could see some people being annoyed. His first figure ever has his tongue hanging out. But besides that, you take that away, that is a very solid head sculpt. I really like the hair head sculpt. It's very cutting edge, very modern hair. So very cool on that. See how well the glasses fit on this one. I do like these glasses, but these are fine glasses. They stay on the figure, everything else. I do worry they could break. Be careful getting them out of the package. I could see them cracking or breaking. But a solid figure for the most part. I'm not sure if you can really hold the sign with the jacket on. I guess you can. I mean, how well does that look? I guess it just depends how you want to do it. But yeah, he can hold the sign just fine with the jacket on. Obviously, without the jacket, he'll have no problems holding the signs. But for his first figure, I don't know if this is my favorite one of the set. We'll see. But for a first figure, it's pretty solid. I mean, this is a pretty good figure. Once again, it doesn't fit on a stand because the peg holes don't work like all these at this point until we get new stands from Ringside Jazzwares, hopefully in the future. But I'm okay with this one. I like it a little bit better. I would have rather had a regular face. I usually don't get too worked up about this one, but it just looks goofy with the tongue sticking out. This would be one that, if I could do it differently, I would have gave an extra head. I think that's the one thing that's missing. The jacket is what it is. I can go either way with that, I guess, at the end of the day. But an extra head would have been nice with this one. We've seen it before. There's no reason they couldn't do it with this. Heck, they're doing it with Cody in the same series. But a good figure. It's good to have new characters out there. We get a lot of Codys, as we all know, but it's cool when we get the line going, extending out. We're getting more of the characters, and that will continue into Series 5 and beyond, the way things are looking, and why wouldn't it? Get every character out there. And I know Jeremy and the Jax team back in the day was extremely good at that. Even guys, that only had a cup of coffee in the WWE back then, they got figures. So I think we'll see some of that same thing with Jazzwares, which will make us really happy, because there's going to be some people we really like that only last a month or so. It's just bound to happen. It's the wrestling business, and we might get figures of some of those guys. So that'd be really cool as well. All in all, I can't complain about this one, really. A very good figure. They have stepped the bar up with these Jazzwares figures. Every set seems to get better quality-wise. They're really getting into their groove. And then, you know what happens when companies like this get successful? It rises all ships. It's going to make Mattel get more aggressive. Mattel put more money into the product, step up their game. If AEW can just figure out the distribution issues, which it sounds like they're headed towards with Amazon, Target, Walmart, GameStop in the future, sounds like people will be able to get these, and then the true wrestling wars are going to be on for figures, for your figure budget. And I assume Mattel will step it up to compete with some of these new innovations from the Jazzwares team. So nothing really bad to say about this one. A solid figure. Definitely recommend picking this one up, because first time in the line, first figure out there, usually hold their value and are always a cool conversation piece. So there it is. Jazzwares Series 4 AEW Sammy Guevara. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this AEW Series 4 unboxing video from Jazzwares. Leave me your comments below, your thoughts on the set. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to follow me on social media. _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram. And then SirPaul64 at SirPaul64 on Twitter. And for the whole AEW crew, I'm Kyle. I'll see you guys all real soon.